Now it's time to tell your family. Who are you going to tell? How are you going to tell them? And how are you going to prepare your family to start taking on some responsibilities to support you and your wife during this pregnancy? All right, so first of all, who do you tell and how do you tell them? So me and my wife, we decided that we wanted to take this in stages. So at first, we wanted to tell our immediate family, our mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, so that they know that my wife is pregnant and that there's this change that is about to come. Then after that, we would then go on to tell further family, aunties, uncles, cousins, and friends also. And the reason we want to do this in stages is to prevent things from becoming overwhelming. At the early stages of pregnancy, there can be a lot of complications. It may be that a baby could be miscarried. It could be that there are many other complications on the wife's body. And so to avoid the overwhelm, try and keep things in stages. And it also prevents you from having to justify, why you're maybe taking time off or why your wife is sick. A lot of questions may start coming. So it's nice to take things in stages, and it helps you and your family. Now, in terms of responsibilities, preparing your family to actually help both of you as a couple during this stage. I'll give you my personal story. This is when my second child, my daughter, was going to be born soon. So my wife was pregnant with her. We already had my eldest, my son, who was a toddler at the time. And so we had to make a decision on where we want to move to, because at the moment we were living in an area where my wife's family was about an hour away. My family was about an hour away. So there was no opportunity for that hands-on help during this second pregnancy, especially when there's another toddler already in the household. And so we made the decision to actually move house from where we were staying closer to my family so that we could actually have that hands-on help, not only just at the time of the pregnancy, but also after birth as well. And so you're going to have to start coming up with these kind of conversations and start thinking about ideas with family on who can help and how they can help. And you may not have to make such a drastic decision as I did, which is to completely move house. But you might have to have certain conversations on who's going to help you and support you during the pregnancy. Who's going to come in and maybe cook some meals? Who's going to come into the household and take care of some cleaning? And who's going to maybe support your wife when you're at work? Maybe she needs to be taken to a doctor's appointment and you can't make it for that one. It may be that she just needs some extra time, extra hands because of how tired she is. So who's going to be there whilst you're out of the household? So you need to start having those conversations to figure out who can take on those responsibilities. And there may be certain cultural expectations on who is in the household, who does help, and who gets to, maybe after birth gets to be with the baby at the beginning, and who gets to take care of the baby at the beginning versus later months down the line. There may be certain cultural expectations around that, who actually supports the wife, what support is given to the wife. So don't come maybe with your ideas that you have in your head. Try and actually communicate those ideas to your various family members so that everybody feels prepared about this. Last thing to end off on is something that does come later, and maybe we'll touch this on the later videos, but it's also being prepared on how you communicate this to everybody else in terms of after the baby is born. So people maybe want to come and visit your wife. People maybe want to come visit the baby. People might want to come and visit you. But you and your wife, you might want to do things in stages. You might want certain family members to come or certain friends to come earlier on or later on. So you need to start thinking about this as a couple and start communicating those expectations to your friends and family so that everybody is prepared for the birth of this new baby.